Yesterday was Father's Day, and I had the opportunity to preach to some of the fathers at church. And it was a wonderful time in First Kings chapter 2, verses 1 to 12, where the title of the sermon was A Father's Last Words. David was on his deathbed, where he would have called Solomon and challenged him and commanded him to pretty much listen to him on his deathbed. And he gave him some advice and some counsel and some things as it relates to where life and success in terms of leadership. Solomon was about to assume to be the king of Israel while David was on his deathbed. And one of the things I said was David set up Solomon for success beyond himself. David set up Solomon for success beyond himself. While he was on his deathbed, he set up Solomon for success beyond his death. And that was very important for me because, sometimes in life we don't recognize how important it is to set people up for success. And in verse 12 of 1 Kings chapter 2, I'm just turning there briefly and quickly. Verse 12. There's so many things that came out to me. I'm going to share two things that stood out with me from the passage, that stood out to me from the passage. And 1 Kings chapter 2, right? And he was pretty much, the Bible says here, then sat Solomon upon the throne of David his father, and his kingdom was established greatly. And I love that David set up Solomon for success beyond himself. And if you're a leader in any capacity, not just of fathers, learn to set people up for success beyond yourself. Create a legacy, right? Not in of your own strength, but one that God would have instilled in your heart for the people. A leader is someone who set up people for success beyond themselves. David was on his deathbed, but he set up Solomon for success beyond himself. Not only did David do that, he gave Solomon a wonderful advice. And it stood out to me so much that I penned it and put it in my journal. One of the things that David did was to tell Solomon to be careful of certain groups of people. And the thought hit me. Some of the people you don't distance yourself from today will pose a threat to what God will be doing in your life tomorrow. Some of the people you don't distance yourself from today will pose a threat to what God will be doing in your life tomorrow. Solomon was preparing to become the king of Israel, and David saw it fit to say to him, stay away from bad influence. Stay away from people who are treacherous. And Joab was a bad influence, and Shimei was treacherous by nature. All right? Stay close to God, and God bless you.